Hello people, welcome back to Data Chance YouTube, and this is part 3 in this Neo tutorial series. We'll be covering some major portions in this part, which is selecting the tables and columns and configuring the relationships between those tables.
This step will typically be carried out by data engineering or data analyst teams who have knowledge about the structure and fidelity of the data in your data warehouse. If done right, it will be a one-time activity, which basically makes the analysis ready data available to other members of your team or the business users.
So in the previous part, we had already configured a warehouse, added a warehouse as a source for Neo to refer. If you have not seen that part, I recommend you first see that video and then continue with this one. Because whatever tables that I'll be using here will be fetched from the warehouse I added in the previous part. So all right, let's just begin. So let's say that I have three analytics ready tables with me for now. So I'd like Neo to refer these three tables before answering any of my queries. So let's say the first table that I want Neo to refer, you get a search bar on the UI right here. The first table I want Neo to refer is this marketing ads table. The next one is the sales table. So I'm simply clicking on the table and it is being added right here. So I'm first adding all the tables that I need. The third is the product ads table. So yeah, now I have everything that I need. All the tables have been added right here. The next part is configuring these tables. There's a click to configure button right here, and there is an edit icon also, which will take you to the same screen. Okay, yeah, it takes some time to fetch the column stats and data type and everything from your data inside the table. Now if you look closely, it has given you some excellent stats right here. Like if I see this all conversions column, it says that all conversion data type is int4 and column contains 20.25% missing values. Just telling you like this is the percentage of missing values inside this column. And it gives you some basic stats like what is the min, median, average, max of this particular column.
So in case a column has very large percentage of missing values or very skewed data, then probably you need to check if you would like to include that particular column in the connection or not.
Yeah, it fetches you some column stats. It gives you a data type. Okay. The next step is selecting the columns that you want Neo to refer. So suppose I'd like date, I'd like platform ID, and if you feel like you need all of them, so there's a toggle of select all at the top. Okay, so as soon as you select a field, a column, the description text box becomes available for you to edit. So the next part is adding a description for each of this field. Now we recommend that you yourself manually put in the description here because you are the best judge of what is happening inside this table, what this field contains. So for example, let me just write something here like this represents the date on which the advertisement was recorded. Okay, now that I've filled this, now this you have to do for each and every field inside this table. Now I understand that this looks pretty hectic, but it's a one-time thing, and the more time you spend here in this configuration part, the better Neo will respond to your queries at later stages in the playground. Okay, but yeah, if after all this, if you still need a reference point, we do have a suggest description button at the top. So yeah, as I said, we don't recommend doing this, but for a reference point, it can be a good option. So okay, we'll wait and we'll give Neo some time to fetch the descriptions for this field. Okay, you have the description on your screen right away. Now I need you to validate all these descriptions. So whatever table that you are selecting, I need you to validate that Neo has properly described those fields if you are using the suggest description option. The first thing, as I said, I recommend that you fill all this on your own. If not, then yeah, you should validate all of this. Okay, so once you validated all of this and you've selected all the columns, you click the save button at the top and you would see that your table has a label of configured now. And it also has this toggle which is now enabled, and you can see it's not enabled for other two tables because they're not configured. Sorry, yeah, but it's enabled for this particular table, and can quickly enable this. Now this table is actually ready, and Neo will refer this before answering any of your questions. Okay, so a similar process will be repeated with the other two tables. Okay, now all of my tables that I selected are ready and are configured. All right, so the next part is configuring the relationships between these tables that we just uh, selected. So, okay, it's a simple UI. You get table 1 options here. You only get the tables that we selected in the previous step. And suppose I select DNK marketing ads or let's say product ads. And then you will see the list of columns inside this table. So let's say I select subcategory, and I know that this subcategory also exists in sample DNK sales table with the name of, what's the name? Subcategory. Yeah. So if I click on the add relationship button here, yes, now I've defined as that these two columns, that is subcategory, in these two tables are identical. Now you also get the option of defining the composite keys, of course, which is you can do this for other columns as well. Suppose I select sample DNK sales, and let's say I select order date, and for the next table, sample DNK marketing ads, this date. So I add. So yeah, you can add as many relationships as you like here. As I said, the more time you spend configuring all of this, the better for Neo to respond to your queries. The next part will be describing your collection and naming your collection, of course. So that will be covering in the next video. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks.